such a game-changing ending to the end of season 3.
Yes.
Why do you think, I wanted to ask you, why do you think Stéfan didn't save Elena from the car?
It's a very good question. When I read that scene, well, actually, when I read it, I was sort of concerned that it was confused, and then we rehearsed it, and it was like the day of shooting, and I went, wait a minute, the way this is blocked, the way they were doing this, I could very easily just grab Elena and bring her up to the surface, a vampire. And so I called the writers and I said, guys, this doesn't make any sense. And they sort of justified it in 2 ways. They said, firstly, you just can't do it. You can only grab one person and at a time. So that's their first justification. And their second justification was that Elena, this whole time, has been sort of symbolically trying to be a woman and make her decisions, and I've been letting her do what she needs to do. That was like towards the end, I was like letting her make her own choices, and she made the decision to take Matt and not me, and I respected her as a woman. I don't buy it, okay? I'll be completely honest. The writers are probably gonna get mad at me. I don't buy it, but you know, it is what it is, and so we have to live with it. I personally think Stéfan would have just went, I don't really care what the hell you have to say, and would have grabbed her. So, but it is a story, you know, and frustrating things happen in life and in stories, and it just happens.
Do you think there'll be any consequences from that, from like Damon saying, why didn't you save her, or anything like that?
I hope not. Maybe. Yeah, I think Stéfan's gonna have a lot of guilt, and he's gonna blame himself for the whole thing, I think.
Okay. It was all the more heartbreaking because she'd obviously just chosen Stéfan and she was on her way. How do you think that's going to change after the transition?
Whether or not she chose him, I don't know. I mean, the other thing is that they just someone brought it to my attention just yesterday, was that now that she's a vampire, she remembers everything. So there's these flashbacks with Damon that I guess maybe will make her, I don't know if that's I don't know if that scene was necessarily like a game-changing scene, but in terms of like, if that's suddenly going to make her fall in love with Damon or not. But I don't know. I mean, I think that now that she's a vampire, I think she's going to reassess everything. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, I'm picking Stéfan and we're going to be happy now. It's like, this is like a completely different, you know, it's going to be a completely different show now, I think, in a way.